Have you ever stopped to think if what you really want is to be a millionaire or just spend a million? Sounds like a small detail, but it's not. Most people dream about blowing a fortune on trips, cars, and instant pleasures without realizing that spending $1 million is the exact opposite of having a million. Weird, right? But that confusion is exactly why so many people stay broke even when they make good money. Here's a reality check. It's not how much you make that determines your wealth. It's what you do with the money that comes into your pocket. That's why there are regular people who've built financial independence, while others who made millions ended up back at zero. In this video, you'll see why that happens, and more importantly, how to avoid falling into the same trap. The best part? There's a simple roadmap broken down into just 3 phases that anyone can follow to flip the game. First, how to earn and use money the right way. Then, how to maximize your earning power and protect yourself with an emergency fund. And finally, how to reach the stage where money actually works for you. But fair warning, if you click away before the end, you'll miss the key piece that connects everything together. The one thing that could speed up your path to financial freedom faster than you think. Spending $1 million does not equal having $1 million. Here's where people get it twisted. Wanting wealth isn't the same as building it. Morgan Housel in The Psychology of Money explains that most people dream about the feeling of spending money, not the responsibility of holding on to it. In other words, they don't really want to build wealth, they want to consume it. And the more they spend to look rich, the further away they get from actually being rich. Think about it. We've all seen athletes, celebrities, even lottery winners go broke after earning fortunes. That doesn't happen because they didn't have enough money. It's because they didn't have the right mindset. Spending $1 million is easy. Anybody can do that. But keeping $1 million and making it grow, that's a completely different game. One that requires discipline, vision, and patience. Here's the paradox. A true millionaire isn't the one driving the newest luxury car, it's the one who can sleep peacefully knowing their money is working for them. Once you understand that, your relationship with money completely changes. And that's just the first breakthrough, because the next step is figuring out what stage of the financial journey you're in and how to climb to the next level. Welcome to Mr. Coin Explains. Our mission is simple. To break down the world of money and investing so that anyone can actually apply it in their daily life and start building real financial freedom. Since you're already here, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Every week we drop practical tips you won't usually find out there. Now let me give you a quick roadmap. This video is broken into 3 clear stages of the financial journey. First, how to earn and use your money wisely. Second, how to maximize your earning power and protect yourself with an emergency fund. And finally, how to play the big game, investing for financial independence. These 3 phases aren't theory, they're steps every single person has to go through no matter how much you make. And the best part? You'll be able to see exactly where you are right now and know your very next move. So let's dive into phase 1. Building multiple income streams and why depending on a single paycheck is a dangerous trap. Step 1. Multiple income streams, the table metaphor. Picture a table with just one leg. One little push and it collapses. Now picture a table with 4 legs. Even if one breaks, it stays standing. That's your financial life. If you depend on only one source of income, you're always one bad event away from chaos. But if you build multiple streams of income, you create stability, because even if one stream dries up, the others keep you afloat. At first, it might feel hard to add extra income streams, but there are simple ways to start. Keep your main job, but explore freelancing online, offer services on the side, or turn a hobby into something profitable. The point is clear. The more legs you add to your table, the harder it is to knock you down. That's the foundation of phase 1. It's not just about making money, it's about making sure your money comes from different places. Diversification builds security and confidence for the next steps. And once you've got that base, it's time to learn something that completely changes the game. The difference between active income and passive income. Active income versus passive income. There's a moment in everyone's financial journey when the light bulb goes off. Not all money has to come from your daily grind. Active income depends on you showing up, trading time for cash. Passive income is the opposite. Money keeps coming in even when you're not working. But here's the catch. Every passive income stream starts with active effort. Here's a clear example. Someone invests part of their paycheck into real estate funds and, over time, starts collecting monthly dividends. Or maybe they create an online course, write a book, or upload a video that keeps earning revenue for years. I've even had content that still brings in money long after I made it. It's not magic. It's the result of work done earlier. Once you get this, your perspective shifts. You stop thinking only about working to pay bills and start focusing on building systems that pay you while you rest. It's like planting a tree. A lot of effort at the beginning, but once it grows, it provides shade and fruit for years. And this mindset leads to an even deeper realization. Money isn't just numbers in your account. It's your life's time converted into cash. Money equals life's time. Every dollar you earn carries a piece of your life. It could be a sleepless night, hours in traffic, or even a weekend sacrifice to work extra. Money is condensed time. So when you spend carelessly, you're not just wasting money, you're throwing away pieces of your own life. That's why impulse purchases cost more than cash. They cost you time. Once you internalize this, your view of consumption changes. Instead of thinking, this costs $200, you start asking, how many hours of my life did it take to pay for this? Suddenly, that fancy dinner or shiny new gadget doesn't look so appealing when you realize it equals days of hard work. This small shift in mindset builds a natural defense against waste. And here's the kicker. If every dollar equals time, then reckless spending is basically throwing away something you'll never get back. This realization opens your eyes to an even bigger danger, the obsession with instant gratification, which turns weeks of effort into seconds of temporary pleasure. And that's the next trap we need to talk about. Step 2, producer mindset. There's a huge difference between thinking like a consumer and acting like a producer. A consumer gets a paycheck and instantly thinks about where to spend it. New clothes, gadgets, nights out. A producer, on the other hand, looks at that same amount and asks, how can I make this money come back multiplied? That mindset might sound simple, but it's exactly what separates people who build wealth from those who just stack up bills. Being a producer doesn't mean you stop enjoying life. It means using money as a tool to open doors. Maybe it's investing in an English course that lets you apply for better jobs, or earning a professional certification that bumps up your salary. It could be putting some money into a digital project or even buying books that expand your perspective. Every one of those choices is like planting seeds that, sooner or later, grow into something valuable. And here's the best part. You don't need a lot of money to start thinking like a producer. Even small amounts can go into learning new skills, buying the right tools, or dusting off an idea you've been sitting on. Over time, this creates a compounding effect. The more you grow, the more opportunities show up. And once this mindset becomes second nature, the next step naturally follows. Building a financial shield strong enough to protect your progress from life's unexpected hits.
Emergency fund. Few people like to think about it, but an emergency fund is the line between peace and panic. One surprise, a layoff, a health issue, a car accident can wipe out all your progress if you're not protected. That's why experts recommend saving up at least 6 months of your living expenses. If you spend $3,000 a month, you need $18,000 set aside in something safe and liquid. This fund is like a parachute. You hope you never need it, but you'll be grateful for it when turbulence hits. Imagine the stress of taking out loans or begging for help when disaster strikes. High-interest debt, sleepless nights, constant anxiety, that's the cost of not being prepared. But with an emergency fund, the blow is softer and you gain peace of mind knowing you're covered. And here's the golden rule. An emergency fund is not for shopping sprees, vacations, or impulse buys. It's only for real emergencies, the kind that can't wait. Once you build this cushion, you'll have the mental clarity to plan your next steps with confidence. Because only with this safety net in place does it make sense to move on to the final stage, financial independence through investing. Step 3. retirement and financial independence. Reaching this stage already puts you ahead of the majority. Debt-free, multiple income streams, and a solid emergency fund. Now it's time to aim higher. Financial independence. Real wealth isn't measured by your car or clothes. It's measured by how long you could live if you stopped working today. This simple calculation changes everything about how you see money. Here's where net worth comes in. Everything you own minus everything you owe. If someone only relies on their job and loses it, they won't last long. But someone who's built enough investments to live off the returns has reached a rare level. They don't need to work to survive. That's true freedom, the essence of financial independence. And no, it's not about living like a monk. It's about having choices. Imagine someone with $1 million invested earning 1% a month. If their lifestyle costs $10,000 a month, they can live off the returns without touching the principal. That's the real game, making money work for you. But to get there, you have to understand the crucial difference between simply saving and actually investing. Investing does not equal saving. Saving money is important, but it's not enough. Keeping money parked in your account is like locking seeds in a jar. They'll never grow. Investing, on the other hand, is planting those seeds in the right soil, watering them, and waiting for them to sprout. Saving preserves, investing multiplies. And when you grasp this, you start seeing money as an employee working 24/7 to make you richer. This is where compound interest kicks in. Every reinvested return adds to the next, creating a snowball effect that gets bigger over time. At first, it looks small, almost boring. But years later, those small amounts turn into something huge. It's the famous money making money. And the earlier you start, the more powerful it becomes. The options are many. Dividend-paying stocks, real estate funds, or even conservative bonds. The point isn't picking the fanciest investment. It's starting to put your money to work. Because that's the only way wealth grows consistently. And to make sure you're truly moving forward, there's one simple but powerful habit: tracking your progress regularly. Building wealth isn't just about earning more or investing better, it's also about monitoring your growth. One powerful habit is tracking your net worth every 90 days. Add up everything you own, savings, investments, cash, and subtract what you owe. Credit cards, loans, debts. Do this quarterly, and you'll see if you're really moving forward or just running in circles. This habit has a huge psychological effect. Even if the numbers are small or even negative at first, over time you'll notice growth. Watching your net worth rise builds motivation, discipline, and clarity. It's like working out. If you don't track progress, you don't see results. So now you've got the full roadmap, from income to independence. The question is, what will you do with it? Keep living paycheck to paycheck, waiting for the weekend to blow it all? Or start today building the foundation for financial freedom? Every day you delay is a day less of freedom. So which will it be? If this video made sense, don't let the lesson die here. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and share this with someone who needs it. Because the road to financial freedom isn't a solo trip. The more people walk it together, the faster everyone gets there.